Everybody, Shadowhawk here, doing a kind of an analysis slash just freeballing like talk about Halo right now. Halo Infinite recently dropped in the recent firefight mode, which before you also had custom made firefight mode. I'm really fucking stoked for this new firefight mode that Free for Three's made, like the Banish Horde mode. You know, it's so fucking lit. I love this shit. Just teaming up, blasting these fucking alien bastards back to hell, holding the line for the gloriousness of humanity in space. God bless capitalism in space. We're gonna bomb these alien heathens. We're gonna bring civilization to this godless galaxy and make these aliens worship the almighty Leroy Jenkins and Master Chief and Walmart. So saith the Space Marine in space. Fuck aliens. Fuck the extraterrestrials. They want to come in and destroy our way of life, shove down their form of entertainment down our throats, and threaten everything America has in space. Freedom, liberty, guns, nukes, and child soldiers. Oh, fuck yeah. But Black Banana, but in all seriousness, I really like this Horde mode. I really like the new custom games mode they've designed for Halo Infinite, the sheer amount of maps and game types you can create. The Forge has never been better. I'm really impressed by what they're creating here. I'm really impressed by what Forge is doing right now. The maps, the sheer creativity people are doing, recreating old campaign maps, having like PvP, PvE, Warzone sort of like game types and maps you can create if you're creative enough. It's very freaking amazing. I'm really impressed by it. But yeah, the new creative mode and custom games mode in Halo Infinite is nothing short of amazing. The maps people are creating, the game types people are creating. People have literally recreated Warzone from Halo 5 on like the Sand Trap maps from Halo 3. Halo Infinite's like creative mode, Forge mode, and custom games is amazing, and the sheer amount of creativity, what people are making, the map types and game types, I'm fucking in love with. It's pretty damn cool. Things I will say though, where Free for 3 could go right with Halo in the future, give people the ability, and they're kind of already doing this with the new Forge mode. People are now creating like maybe allow this creative mode to create more campaign modes. Like, I don't know, there's so much people could do with this creativity. People are already making quote unquote continuations of the Halo Infinite campaign. They're creating new sub stories, and the modding community in Halo, not just Halo Infinite, but Halo in general in the past few years has just been freaking phenomenal. And I really do enjoy it. It's really pushing the boundary. It's really, people are creating all sorts of things like the Halo 3 Firefight on Sand Trap mod is amazing, and I'll be twitching that pretty soon. There's all sorts of content people are making that I'm really impressed by. Things I will say Free for 3 could do better at. Give us more Halo content. Give us more Halo games, and please make that campaign DLC. Just do it. I would really like that. And now for the next part of the video, I'll be talking about like my theories on Halo lore. Something I really liked about Halo Infinite and Halo Wars 2 was the creation of the Banished, and I'm seeing a lot of like the Halo Expanded Universe is really doing a good job of keeping the Halo universe, the Halo fandom alive. In the current state the Halo universe is in, it's gone from being the Cold War we saw in Halo 4 and 5 in the books like the Kilo 5 trilogy. It's gone from being this Cold War between the various Covenant remnants and the UNSC, which post Halo 3, most of the Covenant remnants were pretty much just warlords and terrorist states. And you had like these cults and all that stuff, and you had the Keepers of the One Freedom, all that stuff. But going forward, post Halo 5, we see the galaxy has descended into complete and total galactic chaos and collapse. The UNSC are remnants of their former selves. They're scattered throughout the stars. There's outposts and fleets. Very little chain command left. You have like Infinity, which was the leading remnant of the UNSC for a while, as their last bargaining chip, and then there was all the wars between the Infinity and the Banished, and like how the UNSC fought in Reach against the Banished and their armies, and then there was like the battle on Halo, Zeta Halo. All these conflicts, I think we could really see more I want to see more battles, more like conflicts between the other factions, like more Covenant Civil Wars. I really want to see the Banished really dug out and displayed. Like, expand their theater of operations. I really want to see what the Banished are becoming, and I am enjoying a lot of what we're seeing with the Banished. They started off as a mercenary faction of Covenant space pirates, and they become this sort of like horde of alien marauders in some of the most recent books, like Shadows of Reach. We're seeing like this. They've kind of taken the place of the Covenant as the new main enemy of the UNSC, and I think they're doing really good at it. I really want them to see them fleshed out more than just a bunch of raving marauders and pirates and mercenaries. I want to see causes. I want to see politics. I want to see goals. I want to see civil wars and conflicts between the leaders. I really want to see the Banished evolve just beyond the average Metroid space pirate villain. You know, I really want to see the Banished and their politics, their cutthroatness, how they deal with how they manage their criminal enterprises across the galaxy. I would really like to see that. And what I've really liked about Halo Wars 2 and the Halo books post Halo 5, we've really seen the Banished, more so than the created, Cortana's machine empire, become the main antagonist of the Halo franchise. We're seeing the Banished rising up to fill the power vacuum of the Covenant and UNSC and becoming the main force of power in the galaxy. And I think there's a lot of interesting stories we could see come from that. A lot of interesting stories and a lot of, like, beyond just books. Like, we could see a lot of, like, mini games or, like, I'm not saying Halo Wars 3. That game's coming out for a long time. But what 343 could do is campaign DLC or, like, Halo 3 ODST sort of, like, spin-offs of the main Halo games that deal with, like, ODSTs or Spartan 4s and their guerrilla campaigns against the Banished. We could see more, like, maybe a space naval simulator of, like, UNSC fleets against Banished armadas. We could see a lot of content focusing around the conflicts in the Banished and the UNSC. A lot more. We could see a lot of, like, different mediums and ways of telling stories, not just books and video games. We could see a lot more multimedia, like detailing the conflicts in the post-Halo 5 galaxy. I really want to see the created come back and really delve more into what they're going on post-Cortana, you know, evaporating into nothing. I really want to see more lore and content around the different factions besides the UNSC and the Banished. I really want to see the Sam Shayoon, the Covenant remnants, the Survivors High Charity, and I really want to see their flotilla and their fleet, this Covenant remnant fleet, and their conflict with the elites, the Sangheili. I think that would be really cool. And I know I'm talking like a fucking Halo nerd by knowing all these freaking alien names. Just bear with me. Halo is that fucking awesome. Star Wars went to such fucking shit. Halo filled the role for a while. Then I went deep into the Warhammer 40k heavy metal nerdom. Praise Slaanesh. Praise Lady Slaanesh. Praise my good goddess Slaanesh. Black banana. But in all, I think Halo, yeah, it's not as good as it used to be, and I have issues with some things 343's done. But in general, I've really liked some of the stories and that they've told with the books. And people are giving me shit for this. I liked Halo 4 and Halo 5. The campaigns were not nearly as good as Halo 3 or Halo 2, but they still stood out. I mean, Warzone was amazing, and we need more creativity at 343. We need 343 to do more creativity in the games they make and the stories they tell. We need them to be more experimental in the kind of content they make, and maybe giving, like, kind of what they did with Halo Infinite's Forge mode and custom games design. We could see a lot more fan content and a lot more mods gaining legitimacy and becoming the future of Halo. Maybe hiring some of these people out, dealing with, like, what Elder Scrolls did with its mods, having a mod market on, like 343's, like, Battle Pass. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like having a mod sort of marketplace for people to buy new DLC from, like, fan creators. I think that'd be pretty cool. I would really like to see that. But, you know, back to the lore part. I mean, and there's even, like, hints of the Flood are coming back. I mean, we're seeing all these, like, lore drops in the Halo Infinite, like, seasons. Like, we saw that with, like, the AI infection mode or the Flood infection mode. I want to see more of this. I want to see these stories delve more deeply into. I really want to see more threats out there and more things behind the scenes besides the UNSC Banished war going on. I want to see these new alien threats come to existence, whether that be the Reawakened Flood, whatever the Precursors got planned. And I loved the new Halo book that just came out because it really shows, the precursors are still around. These ancient space, Cthulhu, eldritch horrors that even the Forerunners were afraid of and worshipped as gods are still out there, and they're planning something. I really want to see all these like storylines the Halo books are creating start connecting and really reaching climax, and like we're seeing them come into fruition in more than just books, but maybe video games or like DLC. I really want to see like mentions from books get mentioned in like things besides other books. I really want to see like more expanding universe content come into the throwaway of the Halo fan base. I really want to see the Flood come back in a major way. I really want to see the answers a lot of these books have been developing after years and years of like writers. I want to see start seeing some climaxes. Like I want to see the Shadow of Intent versus the fucking Sanshayun fleet. I really want to see a lot of the Covenant remnants coming back. I want to see a lot of change and a lot of like media merging of different like storylines that people can now observe and plan. There's so much storytelling and like marketing they could put into action. Like if they put like, this is me rambling here, what I want to see happen in Halo. Something I'd really like to see going forward also with Halo is I want to see, aside from the new storylines, I want to see something that'd be really cool for a lot of us is back to what I was saying before, spin-off games, spin-off projects, like do more multimedia. 343 was doing great multimedia with the Hunt for the Truth stuff. I really want to see them bring back a lot of the Bungie like Iris lore videos and like Iris like campaigns. Bungie at its prime and had like some of the best multimedia like promotional campaigns I've ever seen. I think 343 did well with that with Hunt the Truth. And maybe more content like that, more like, what are they called? Those VR games where people go online, they search and they hunt for like facts on websites and like just more in-depth Halo sort of media. Like Hunt the Truth and Iris were really cool with how people searched for like these clues on the internet or like, and these were just amazing. I would like to see more of that. Maybe make like Halo role-playing like I really want to see them bring like role-playing elements into Halo. Like maybe make Halo games like they're kind of like RPG, small-scale RPGs, or like maybe take a lesson from like Starfinder. What was it? Starfinder? No, it wasn't Starfinder. Starfield, and just really focus on that. Like there's so many stories the Halo universe is capable of telling. And I think 343 should really market off it. I've seen a lot of talent with them when it came to like the Hunt the Truth campaign. I've seen a lot of talent with a lot of the world building they've done in the post-Covenant War era, the politics of the Covenant remnants fighting amongst themselves. Maybe like bring the Sangheili back, bring the elites back, make elite-based games where you're playing as elites and you're fighting the Covenant Civil War and you're fighting against the other Covenant remnants, and it gets really political and it gets really drawn out with like the politics of the Covenant Empire and all its splinter factions. I really want to be able to play as like maybe a brute with the Keepers of the One Freedom, or a banished pirate raiding party attacking like one of the Arbiter's ships, And like we saw that with like the QL5 trilogy, with like how the UNSC was resorting to black ops operations to keep the remnants of the Covenant against one another. I really want to see other aspects, like maybe do games or books or content where you focus around the elites fighting the brutes and what's left of the Covenant Civil War. I really want to see. There's so much world building 343 has done, and if they actually capitalized it and made actual products that people are gonna sell and are gonna enjoy, I love that. Maybe DLC campaigns where you play as elites on Zeta Halo or something like that, or like once again Halo 3 sort of like spin-off games or Halo Infinite where you play as elites or ODSTs. These are all good ideas, and Halo Wars 2 did a really good job of making DLC campaigns like the Banished versus the Flood and the Nightmare campaign DLC, or like 343 was doing some really experimental stuff. Halo Wars 2 as well, with like the different missions and campaign DLC. Like there's so many stories we can see come to the table. They even made a Halo 3, a classic Halo, like Dave and Buster's like shooter game where you play as ODSTs against like against like hordes of Covenant taking place in the events of the first Halo. And I'm like, okay, we need more of this. We need more of this kind of shit. Like one of those, like a freaking, the creativity and like the sheer amount of like media and like content you can make using the Halo DNA. We can see so much more than what we're getting. I do believe that. And closing up, something I'll also say about Halo that I'm looking forward to is just the sheer amount of modding people are doing, the content people are creating. It shows people still care about the game. It clearly shows people are still interested in this world, this game style, this gameplay, this culture, this identity of gaming that has become so interconnected with so many people. And I really want to see a continuation of this. And it shows that the fans are capable of creating so much creativity and so much freaking amazing content. Like the Halo 3 Sandtrap firefight is amazing. You literally play as like an entire, just look it up. The Halo 3 Sandtrap firefight is one of the most impressive mods I've ever seen for an FPS first-person shooter. It combines all the Halo games into a giant sandbox FPS firefight mode. You fight off hordes of Banished, Covenant, Flood, Sentinels, and there's all these different factions fighting amongst themselves, and you and the Spartans and your team, and you can play as Marines or the STs, Spartans, Elites, and you're fighting against the Covenant, you're fighting against the Banished, and you're like, there's story elements in the midst of all of it. It's brilliant. I want to see more modes like this. You can even fight like the Brave Mind or a Banished Scarab, and the sheer amount of vehicles people are getting, the reskins. It's just fucking amazing. I highly recommend it. Look into it. And as I'm closing this video off, I am doing more content coming out pretty soon. I got more Star Wars content on the way pretty soon and more podcasts, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, folks, may the Force be with you. And fucking blow up those aliens and destroy their homeworlds and nuke them in the glorious name of capitalism in space. Long live the UNSC, bitches! We have a great human track record not fucking over people that don't agree with us. God bless America in space. God bless UNSC and our genocidal campaign to make all those aliens work at our Taco Bells and work as our freaking golf club members. Alright, see you around, folks. Stay sane.